Hi guys and welcome to... Is the sound on? Who knows? Welcome to a new episode of Banter Blitz with Jan Gustafsson. Today we have a special guest in the studio. Don't get too excited. There's a fly somewhere in here. And not unlike the great Akiba Rubinstein, this fly has probably been following me, and it's also going to drive me insane. I don't know where it is right now. It's hiding somewhere. That's a big fat fly, and it makes the zzz sound. And I don't know. I don't know how to deal with it. I tried opening the window, like the first time within 6 months that I've opened the studio window to let it out, but it likes it here. Where are you? Anyway, this is this is Banter Blitz. A highly sophisticated show where we can learn the intricacies of a mind of an aging chess grandmaster. And if you happen to be a Chess 24 premium member, you can even play against that aging chess grandmaster while said grandmaster talks about himself in the third person, probably whines about his hair, makes thinly veiled. Is it thinly veiled or veiled? I always get it wrong. Thinly veiled. I think it's veiled because my instinct would be to be veiled. Makes thinly veiled Donald Trump references. That's pretty much the show. What's Trump been up to? He's fighting against the Red Handsome restaurant that kicked out Sarah Huckabee Saunders. See, I'm very much up to date. Although he's also fighting against Jimmy Fallon. I'm very much up to date with everything going on in the world out there, except for German politics. I don't follow those. So yeah, this was a very exciting intro, high energy intro as usual. So let's get to the chess, where we play games. What about this guy? Hey, how about this guy? Perpetual Stanley is asking Banter Blitz with a tie. He says, be right back, I feel underdressed. Yeah, it's enough winging it. I say this like every 10 shows when I wear a tie. But I feel it's time also to prepare for my future job as parking lot security guard to get used to this sort of navy tie outfit again. Bishop g7. I went 1 g3, as you do, and he's done something that I might eventually cover in that series, should it ever come out, on how to play against one knight f3, one c4, where with black I often want to go just d5, knight f6, e6, and then bishop e7, not bishop d6, against these King's Indian attack sort of schemes. Sorry. Now bishop d6, however, has put me out of book. Which, in my book, out of book means I don't know what theory is anymore. It's not so much what's published. My definition of theory has always been that theory is as long as you know the moves. So it's different for everybody because there's so much stuff out there. And anyway, you can just switch on an engine and it will give you a move. Probably the best move or a good move in any position. So the definition of theory is no longer like this has already been played or this has been mentioned in so-and-so's book. People have files, and as long as they know what's in their files, they're in book. E6 looks sort of like B6, sorry. E4, B6. E4 looks like a normal reaction to his B6. I'm not so sure about knight takes E4. Knight G5 was also serious alternative. Generally in these positions, if black is in time to get whatever, queen C7 and C5, he will equalize. I'm not so sure he is in time here. I've never fully understood what I'm supposed to do though. I guess I have one more move, which already makes me wonder about the big questions, like where does this bishop go? Bishop b2, knight f6, queen h4, c5. Do I have anything there? There's always knight e5, which I guess should lead to small leash edge. I'm not sure how much it is after, let's say, bishop e5, rook b8, intending c5. Bishop f4 is also a natural move when, I guess, knight f6 followed by c5 again. So, maybe black is solid here. There's also sometimes pawn sacrifice just to go c5 to keep this bishop being silly for one more move, but it did not feel like that kind of situation yet. Therefore, all I can do is prepare for the inevitable c5. Go rook a1, c5, probably queen d3, or queen e3 maybe. And then once c5 comes, there hopefully will be bad things happening on the d file. Now get out of the way, queen d3, at least for a move. Stop c5 because dc would pick up material along the d file. So he probably will play a move like rook e d8. Well, once again, rook fe1, c5, d5. Could make it a little tough for black to completely untangle. Bishop b4, probably a better move. Then c5, e3, e2. Who knows? Thanks for all the kind birthday wishes in the chat. I am now officially very, very old. Let me Google wise quotes about getting older. Or I used the one I knew earlier from, who was it? Schopenhauer? Is that a guy? And it said something like, once you're over the hill, I forgot the rest. That might be a sign of being over the hill. It's easier to pick up speed. Something witty like that. All right, so what do we have here? Let us never know what old age is. Let us know the happiness time brings, not count the years. Nah, that doesn't exactly sound like me. Youth is the gift of nature, but age is a work of art. I'm pro-nature. I'm very unlike Werner Herzog. First Werner Herzog name drop on this show. Also, I might lose on time. I'll go here just to annoy. Completely pointless move, but I'll make some think. Can I go bishop a8 or will I take? Can I go queen e5 or will he take with the rook? Considerations like that shall now be held in the BG7 household. What else do we have? Age is something that doesn't matter unless you are a cheese. Louis Buñuel. Ah, je ne suis pas d'accord, Louis. Do not go gentle into that good night, but rage against the dying of the light. I like that one better. I don't know what to do. I'll push. I want to go g5, knight d7, queen f7. That is my not very subtle plan. And if you're asking yourself, is this the first time in my career that I played g4 followed by h4? The answer is yes. And Mr. Dodgy is saying, we're getting closer to Banter Blitz, the midlife crisis years. Nah, I think, actually, I'm a bit Benjamin Buttonish in that I had my midlife crisis in my 30s already. So, in my 40s, it will be the... I don't know. What's the man's equivalence to menopause? The golf years? Should I start playing golf? Am I too poor to become a golf player? Should I get into the fine arts? So many options. Wine, maybe. I could also become a wine connoisseur. Or I could try to associate with young people to, leech on their youth to keep me rejuvenated. Feed myself from their tree of life. Does that sound creepy? Me, I think not. As for this game, I have no idea what happened. But this pawn on e5 is a bit of a roadblock for all my pieces. So if you're wondering, is this the first time in my career that I ever played f4 sacrificing a pawn? The answer is yes, and that does very much include e4, e5, f4. I'm mainly concerned with the other eternal question, apart from what's the purpose of it all, is how long till I finally flag bg7? How many seconds must a man run down before you can claim, haha, I won on time? Don't fight it, just let it happen. I'm not sure. Those are the words that should be used in such situations, especially in our day and age. One has to be a little careful with that. But bg7 does resign after I finally not only came very close to flagging, but also came very close to my second passion, being a rook up. So this has been a game that had everything you're looking for. From Banter Blitz, Googling stuff, random whining, very limited chess content. What else do you need? You probably need me to play against Ave Phoenix. Perpetual stalemate is saying, by the time you're 80 years old, you've learned everything. You only have to remember it. I don't know. I don't think I subscribe to this lifelong learning stuff. Like, I know some people, not many obviously, that are even older than me. They don't know stuff. They just want to watch TV as well. Except for Karl Nehring. Karl Nehring is the one guy that's older than me, whose opinion I do trust, especially on all things Ohio. What's happening, Karl? Is LeBron staying? I'm hearing rumors that Paul George doesn't want to go to LA, and therefore that might increase chances that LeBron is not going to LA either, but might stay in Cleveland. What's Cleveland.com saying? What's happening in the chat? Grashu96 says, thanks for ignoring my question about series. You're welcome. What was your question about series? I'm not sure, this is a general note, I'm not sure if you guys have noticed this, but not all of Banter Blitz is me reading out or answering the chat at all times. I'm also dealing with, the chess game and whatever else I want to talk about. So it's normally not personal if I don't read out or answer your question immediately. If we need a show format, I read the chat. Maybe we should do that. Nah, who am I kidding? I read the chat at all times. And Grashu, there's a new series. I'm sure it's coming soon on part 5 of my d4, d5 repertoire. No, of my 1 d4 repertoire, the 1 r3, 1 c4 things, which I've talked about many a time. Still procrastinating on 1 or 2 topics there where I don't know what to give, but I'll get there. Other than that, I have some guests lined up in the studio in July. But yeah, hasn't been number one priority recently. But I do agree that we need some new series. Carl saying Cleveland rocks. I've never been to Cleveland. But I've heard that the city of Cleveland is much better than its reputation. Is that true, Carl? And why does it have a bad reputation? Well, AV Phoenix is checkmating me here. I have not played this well at all. And now I'm gonna have to give serious thought to avoid, getting checkmated h5, g4 and all that stuff. I'll play g4 because it might at least throw him off his game a little bit. I'm not sure if it's a good move after fg. I still believe in the black initiative here. Mr. Dodgy is saying, can't wait to see Jan's series on the dragon. You'd be surprised about my level of dragon expertise. But, first of all, I don't think the dragon is that good. We've had this discussion in the past. And I'm aware Nakamura played it recently and all that stuff. But yeah, I'm not sure I'd be confident with it as a black repertoire thingy. And secondly, most things I know about the dragon I was taught in the old days by Peter Heine Nielsen when he was coaching the German national team in, when was it, 2012. And I played the dragon as surprise weapon in a game against Shaba Baloch. Which theoretically went fine. Then I sort of messed up and there was a draw in the end. But anyway, since most of my knowledge is sort of coming from Peter, well, I might get checkmate here if he ever sacrifices on g4. It would feel a little strange to publish it, and since I'm not such a big dragon freak, I haven't revisited it in a bit. But what I'm trying to say is I know how to train my dragon. What else is happening? Sandra B's Revenge is saying, Jan, how about some slow time control games at some point? I asked Dr. Svidler. I don't think he's a doctor. Or was he a doctor? We talked about this. He might be a professor of some university that did or did not exist. I didn't quite understand it. Anyway, I asked Dr. Svidler and he said, people weren't really interested. But I think they are, question mark. If you think they are, question mark, I don't think you're that convinced. Also, what are we talking about? Doing a banter slow time control thing? What's that old BBC show? The Master Game or something? Ugh, that sounds... No, I'm sure the show is great. Or do you say we need more time controls on chess 24? Sometimes I hear that, we need 5+3 seconds time controls, stuff like that. As for that, I'm not sure the player pool is big enough, but I'm not an expert on pools or players. Or keeping the board where it is. Banter slow play. But I never talk about chess in the quick play. So probably I'd be the wrong person to do it, and you want someone with actual thoughts to do that. I just wait till they give me horses and then I take them. And I think we have established that no one wants to watch 10-0. Quick poll in the chat here. I don't know. I did some... What did I do? It's years ago against Niklas. Some rapid to whatever thingy. I don't know. I don't have the attention span. I'm not a millennial by birthright. You have to be born in 1984 or after that. I changed my opinion. I used to think it's 1983. But I feel I'm a millennial in the sense that my attention span is completely short. And I can't really focus on a long game of chess. If you play it over the board, it's okay, because you can sort of walk around and look at other people's games normally. But to do it here, alone in the studio, that sounds tough. We are playing GM Matator. Oh, it's a 3-minute game. Wow. I realized this very early on. Normally I realize it when I'm down to like 18 seconds. But this time around, I know. So it will be the thing. D3 is the most boring line in the book against the thing. But it's of course not bad. White can pretty much always play D3 and then either knight C3, knight D5 or bishop E3 or C3. Blah, 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 blah. But in general, setups with non-C3 D4 are not very threatening against the thing. The horsey is, as always, the worst placed piece in all Spanish structures, so once it makes its way to G6, life quality improves a little bit. I hope GM Matator doesn't play D4, because the position if I go bishop B6 and he takes would become a little boring. He doesn't, which is good. So D4 I probably would have played ED4 to keep some tension. Wow, in the chat, Pramod NVS has arrived. That's fantastic news. Still newlywed, I think. We can call him newlywed for some more month at least. Newlywed Pramod MVS is inquiring about my age, which I find a little frustrating, Pramod. I always thought that you would stalk me as much as I stalk you, and that you would know my age, except for not having to guess, like Jan is in his high 30s, right? That's upsetting, Pramod. Anyway, what's happening in superhero shows for teenagers? Well, Pramod. Is Marvel's Cloak and Dagger, is that show Pramod approved? And Karnering is saying hi and in his 30s. How dare you? I do hope that you guys are watching this in high def. Because in order to enjoy this, you have to be either high or def. That's Gilbert Gottfried's joke, and I've made it many a time. You can't expect fresh material at this point in my bantering career. And this point of my life, I'll just rehash all the old crap. Am I allowed to say crap? I've had that discussion with myself many a time too. I think I might need some company. Like not in life, in the studio. Now that this fly has abandoned me, I had high hopes for the fly, but I haven't seen it around for a couple minutes. Feels lonely in here. As for the game, I have the two bishops. White is of course very, very solid, has the A file. Not quite sure what I should be doing next after he attacks this bishop of mine. So yeah, I guess it's still equal. Boring. Rook B7. That's not a move people play. I'm just waiting for G3, Queen G3. That's really the only plan I have. If it doesn't happen, I don't know what to do about it. Stop harassing me. Just because I'm playing like an idiot doesn't mean that you have to exploit it, GM Matator. Counterattack. Go G3, come on. How long do I have to wait? If you're curious, no, I haven't thought through what happens after Queen E5, but I'm hoping something. Maybe nothing, who knows? Rook C6, E4 is all part of my master plan. Told you. Told you I was trouble. And you know that I'm no good. Can I take? Still not over? Oof. I'm not really prepared to do any more thinking in this game. The good news is there is an alternative to thinking. It starts with an F. GM Matator did lose on time. Thanks for the game. What are we talking about? And Pramo MVS is saying, too busy with personal commitments. Didn't watch Cloak and Dagger. I don't know, man, Pramo. We've been hearing this from you for a while. Like, you don't find time to watch all the live commentary on Chess24. And this is a real red flag that you didn't have time to watch a new Marvel superhero series for a younger audience. What can we do to, I don't know, make you less busy? Or is it just still the, I guess honeymoon period is the wrong word for it, but you know what I mean. And things will even out naturally. Or is it this problem that I sometimes have at home, that you and your better half don't have the same TV taste? So you have to argue about, do you want to watch this movie where Keanu Reeves shoots many, many people, or some Norwegian reality TV show? You can figure out which one is which. And Pramo is saying, well, being married is tough. Come on, Pramo, we need to know about Cloak and Dagger. This is bigger than you. It's about the show. It's for all of us. We need to know. And you know that we trust your opinion. Okay, I can't say that with a straight face. Anyway, thanks for the game, GM Matator. And see, I knew it. Pramo's better half watches Hindi serials and he doesn't. My master plan was, I had this room upstairs where I brought my projector from my old bachelor's flat and my old couch, which is the best couch in the world. It's huge and L-shaped, so like 18 people could lie on it. Anyway, I thought I would just hang out there. That doesn't really work that way, right? This man cave concept in practice, very hard to materialize. And Zitron Beef is not wrong. He's saying Norwegian reality TV series does sound like you, Jan. Or are you only into Terrace House? This is another sad thing. I'm pretty much in Pramo's boat here. I have not found time to watch all of Terrace House. I wasn't that much into the Hawaiian one. Like, the first one is, of course, an all-time classic. Boys and girls in the city. But the Hawaiian one, didn't feel it. I think there was too much English speaking in the show. If not everything is in Japanese, I don't know. I'm not that much into it. Perpetual Stalemate is saying, dreaming of a man cave upstairs and ending up in the basement. I actually have both. I have the man cave upstairs and I have the studio basement, but I'm not using either all that much. Here, Nice Guys Only, by the way, who for his 1100 rating has played an excellent game so far, but I should wonder, or I should think about, can we do the good old crazy horse maneuver? I think that's the professional term. Or what else could you call it? Desperado? Kamikaze? Let's count. Knight f2. If king f2, I'm a pawn up, which is fantastic news. So bishop d8, knight takes d1. Still pawn up, which is good news. Bishop b6, knight takes b2. Bishop c5, knight a4. Not clear, well, emerge a pawn up from that one. That sounded like interesting enough. And Prime MVS is saying, marriage is relationship in which wife tends to get the veto power. I see. Let's see, Mr. Dodgy is having tips for us, Pramod, so that we can get our Marvel series fix. I'm not into Marvel series. Top tip, convert a room to an office and then hide there forever. Never call it a man cave. It's an office for work. Yeah, I sort of have like a little office section in my man cave. There's a little desk by the window. But I'm not sure that trick's gonna work. Also, I'm spending a lot of time, well, not a lot of time, like as you do your typical 14 hours work week in the actual office. So it's gonna be hard to keep up the TV intake. That's why I was having high hopes for Pramod to inform us. Like sometimes you gotta delegate stuff. Like I'm not sure I'll have the time to watch Cloak and Dagger. So maybe Pramod could have told us what's happening. But he's in the same boat. Finally a rook. And Mr. Dodgy, not wrongly, is pointing out that Pramod, I think perhaps the missing thing from your TV choices was a veto. I don't necessarily disagree with that. But then again, I don't want Pramod's talents to be wasted on watching. I've never watched any Hindu serials, so I have no idea if they're good or bad. But I'm not planning on getting into them, so I need Pramod on other topics. What else is happening? Marky Mark is saying, hi Jan, were you impressed by my German in Geschwätzblitz the other day when I commented on the absence of your nice grey jumper you wore in the previous Banter Blitz? Google Translate is amazing. I had no idea, Marky Mark. I thought you were a native speaker. So are you telling me that with Google Translate you can type in sentences like nice grey sweater and it spits out the same words in a different language, translates them? Madness. What year is this? 2018? Let's play a chess game. A lot of noobs today. I should play more games at very weird hours like 2:30 p.m. Which of course I did with the World Cup schedule in mind, because at 4 p.m. there is whatever games there are. I'm not really a football guy. I'll watch tomorrow. Germany, South Korea. But I haven't watched a lot of live action football. I've watched a lot of Tsubasa Ozora. What's that program called? Any other kids from the 90s here? What's Tsubasa Ozora in English? In German it's Kickers, die kleinen Superstars. Tsubasa Ozora. Captain Tsubasa? That's what it's called? That was good stuff. Mr. Dodgy is saying, I managed to convince my wife The Handmaid's Tale isn't available here yet. Oh, I sat through this other one. What's it called? Elias Grace. That was not very exciting. As was this game against Alikine 17. Sorry, Alikine. Alright, next game. I'm going to be fully focused on the chess. Why not play against Super Bohemio? I used to be a Super Bohemio, but then, not unlike Pramod, all this life stuff started hitting. C4? C4, B6. Not as bad a move as you might think. Against C4 it's sort of more doable than against D4, because D4, B6, E4. It's a bit much. But after C4, B6, E4, Bishop B7, I guess we'll get some hedgehoggian position after C5. And you could also make an argument for the immediate knight of 6. Trying to get me to commit to Once again, like Pramod. I forgot what I was committing to. What's this position? Should I go d4? I like playing in the center. I'm not sure if d4 is the way to go there. I guess getting close structure like g3, bishop g2, and then arguing, haha, your knight is on c6 and your bishop on b7. Makes sense too. But you know, I'm right there in the center, in the middle. So e5, bishop c5, queen somewhere. Queen e7. Bishop somewhere. Mr. Dodgy is asking, don't senior tournaments start at 40? Nah, I had this discussion with the German national senior team in the making recently. Starts at 50. They were trying to recruit me, which I was not flattered by. I told them, sorry guys, by the time I get to 50, I'll be too old. That didn't make much sense now that I think of it. So I went to f4, not to h4, because queen h4, queen e7 bothered me a little bit. Well, after queen f4, knight g8 bothers me a little less. My pawn is your pawn. Super Bohemia. And Rikala is saying, man, got to the show late. Missed so many pun opportunities. Manopause, spelled with an A. I can't believe I missed that one. Myself, Rikala. Must be the old age. Queen g3, queen h4. I can win a pawn then, Super Bohemio. I'm not sure I want to, but I hope that you will spot that and that it will, I don't speak English, deter you, discourage you, stop you from going queen h4. Because queen h4 annoys me. I can go bishop g6, queen g3, bishop f7. But that endgame after king f7, hg doesn't feel like I'm really better. Wow, Rikala keeps elaborating on my potential future hobbies. Now he's saying wine connoisseur. The problem with me reading those out is they're more funny in writing, right? Because now I have to say wine with an H, stuff like that. And we lose like 80% of our audience that are illiterates like me. They don't know what the difference between wine without an H and with an H is. Neither do I. Knight b5 to annoy. No. Knight d5 looked more principled, but knight b5 looks more annoying. Dissuade, that was the word I was looking for. Thank you, Procrustes. Szechuan Beef is saying Handmaiden's Tale is better than when she was watching Top Chef. I kind of wanted to fight her. What's Top Chef about? Cooking? Queen c6. Can I somehow trick him some rook e1, bishop e4 business? I guess I should try at least. Rikala is saying it is testimony to the status of my life that I sprinted up the stairs and rushed into chat to make those puns. So were you watching on a device where you couldn't text? I hope on your TV. And then you thought, no, I gotta make those puns. I'm gonna need to get to my laptop. Is that the thing? I think that's healthy, and we appreciate having you here, Rikala. Because you know, those puns have to get out. I think in true Chess 24 spirit, we should have someone to block you or muzzle you for all of these not sticking to chess contributions. But I'm not sure this show is as tightly moderated as it should be. Cthulhu is saying an erotic mystery thriller, my favorite film of 2016. Wasn't Basic Instinct 1994? That's the only erotic thriller I know of. Which one is it? Cthulhu? Also, is erotic thriller still a genre? Like in this day and age, where we can grab pawns, do we still need erotic thrillers? I guess is what I'm asking. Mr. Dodgy is saying, my mod application was declined because I'm power mad and kind of an idiot. I'm also not sure, since Mr. Dodgy is Swedish, if his English is good enough for the job. And Bluesy is saying, hi Jan, what was your reaction after Toni Kroos' last minute goal? Oh, I had a very German celebration. I did like... So it was ecstatic stuff. Dudu123 is saying, accept my challenge, Jan. Sorry, Dudu123. It's premium members only, but you can become a premium member using my bonus code Janis, and you even get 15% off. And then we shall play a lovely game of chess. This, by the way, why am I not winning? Didn't I win the queen earlier? I should be more winning, if there was any justice in the world. I still haven't found out what new erotic thriller I'm supposed to watch. H4, bishop e5, queen g4. Punch Drunk Love with Adam Sandler. There's an erotic Adam Sandler movie. That's the most disturbing thing I've heard all week. I watched some Adam Sandler movie. It was terrible, which maybe I could have guessed because the review said that it's terrible. What's it called? Something with a week. Some Netflix movie with Chris Rock. Just 1 week, something like that. Wasn't good. Finally, I get some stuff. One. No, I don't want you to have the pleasure of having pre-moved rook takes d1. Not gonna be able to do it, Super Bohemia. See? That's flagging lesson 1. If you want to flag them instantly, don't allow them to pre-move. Dudu123 is saying, Jan, can you get premium for free with an M? I'm not sure what that stands for, but I guess not. However, contact support@chess24.com. And Rikala is saying, the week off. Yeah, that's the movie I saw. It wasn't very good. Oh, NM is National Master? In that case, the answer is no. Which I know is very unfair. We're playing against Sugar Bang. Women International Master called Sugar Bang. And I was so confused by that username that I forgot that white normally is supposed to make the first move. Here we go. From Australia. Is that? I don't know flags. Yeah, Australia. I've never been to Australia. And now that I'm no longer addicted to nicotine, or I guess I'm still addicted, but I'm no longer feeding that addiction, it at least is more of a theoretical possibility to make that. How long is the flight? 22-hour flight? One day I should go. And yes, I am very much fishing for invitations, tournament organizers out there. Is there stuff happening in Australia? Like after the Thailand Open, I'm halfway there. I don't know. I've never been to Australia or to New Zealand. So, one day. Now that I've reached an age where every new year is very much a blessing, and I am starting to think about stuff like bucket list. Australia, never been to Africa, never been to Latino America. I haven't traveled very much for a chess player, really. Is there still time? Never been to India, never been to Japan. What's the good places in the world? Like I found Thailand. But is there another one? B3, knight A5. Can I somehow win that knight? I'd like to, eat it. Because I'm not sure if you guys heard about this, but a knight on the rim is often... What's the word? Grim? Slim? Dim! Give me that. Perpetual Stalemate is saying you're speaking the wrong language for Latin America. It's Spanish and broken English, not the other way around. My Spanish is not that broken. Just my pronunciation that's terrible because I can't say the R. But my Spanish is pretty decent. And I can make my English more broken. Gimme. So what I want to do is bishop c7, but I'm also outrageously materialistic. So I guess I won't do it. And just go here. Even though it's... this is the right move. Sometimes in life we have to make the right move. Especially if that move means grabbing a pawn. So rook fc1, knight g2 and b6. Just didn't feel like the right move. Not sure if king takes or rook takes. Not sure it matters all that much either. Maybe rook takes. What am I missing? Cthulhu is saying your lisp is pretty good too, Jan. Nah. Is it? The R really is a big problem. Oh. I almost cursed. That's pathetic. That's more than pathetic. Oh boy. That's a lot of material in one move. Come on. If it was just that knight, I could live with it. But it's both knights. Oof. To be perfectly frank, I sort of consider this game to be over, which I'm not sure if you've noticed is sometimes a mistake. All right, what to do? That's too much material to blunder in one move. Knight d4, expertly played. Knight e4 or any move is sort of completely winning. But I found one that wasn't. Okay, focus. See my focused face? My eyes are still barely open, but the rest is very focused. How am I doing? Pawn down, knight on the rim, black has 2 bishops. So, all in all, pretty good after I blundered the house. Run, horsey. Run to freedom. Are there movies based on the concept horsey run to freedom? There should be. I want to go bishop h3, but bishop b7. Looks a little painful. Yeah, it's not a great position. I'm very tempted to blunder some king h2, bishop g1 at any moment. But I'm resisting so far. What is it? We're playing fast now as well? How am I gonna flag if we are playing with all this speed? Jump, horsey. All right, you jumped, but you're saying that's the end of the line. There's no more jumps from here. Hey, stop bothering me over there. Well played. Run, pawn. Pawn was stopped. Sad. Did not think about king e5 for very long. Must stop pawn too. What is this, a draw now? I don't want to draw. I want to win. Knight c6, can I win? I guess there's only one way to find out. I wish I could count. Did not count. It felt like my king is closer, so the count should be in my favor. King e5 was ridiculous, but okay, who cares? And I did learn in pawn ending school. This is good for me. I think this was a smooth technical victory where, yeah, there was never any doubt about the outcome after my forceful play in the opening left me piece up. And obviously the rest in grandmasterly hands is, yeah, a matter of just making moves. So, good game by Sugar Bang. Is this it for today? No? There's still more chess? Alright. I'm being informed that I missed a knight fork, which I find hard to believe. I do think that I played flawlessly in that game. All right, time to play someone with an easy to read out handle, at least for my multilingual upbringing. This should not be a problem. Zishu Crescina. C4, knight f6. What can you do here? What can you play that has not already been recommended? I guess g3 has been recommended plenty. The problem with c4, knight f6, g3, to my mind, is still c6. Like nowadays, c6, bishop g2, d5. And they're almost making it look like a respectable opening, and I'm not quite sure what black is supposed to do there, frankly. But it just feels so wrong to fianchetto that bishop right into the black pawn chain. Well, these positions are... This is very much my bread and butter. White is better, it's easy to play, it's tough for black to get the pieces out. All the good stuff. Marky Mark is saying, "Hi Jan, I'm looking forward to your 1 out of 3 series. Will you cover the King's Indian attack?" Absolutely. That's chapter 1. Is it chapter? Yeah, King's Indian attack I'm not very concerned about. But that shall be covered. What do I do here? You want to go b6? What do I want to do? Just after I bragged about these positions being my bread and butter, I obviously, instantly, ran out of any clue what I should be doing. Can I go here? Oh, bishop c5 is a bit of a problem. Thinking positions with the pawn already on d6. Sometimes queen a7 is a move. I'll go here. Honestly, don't know what to do. Can I go knight d5? I can't, can I? E d, c d, bishop c5, for example. Doesn't look like the way. I should know what to do in such a position. I do not. Maybe there's nothing to do. This feels like nothing at all. Bishop b7. What did I do wrong? Did I do anything wrong? Knight c6. Nah. All looks normal. A food for thought, as Bogdan Lalic likes to say. Or I think he's changed it up to just food for thought. But I used to enjoy the sound of a food for thought. Can I go here? It's nothing. I can do it, I guess. Mr. Dodgy is saying, I think Banter Blitz should be daily until Dortmund. I don't disagree. But it still won't happen, probably. What excuses do I have? Oh yeah, I'm working very hard on that video series that one day should be done. Is that an excuse? Anyway, plenty excuses to think of, but in general, there's plenty Banter Blitzes these days, no? And when's Dortmund? Scott is asking, yeah, what to do against Queen f3 line in Taimanov? The short answer is play e4, e5. The longer answer shall be given in, I think, an upcoming opening claim. We had a more detailed version of that question where someone, forgot the username, gave some very deep analysis of their own. And it will give me plenty of reasons to discuss it in great detail. Another short answer is check out Robin van Kampen's series on the Taimanov. He might have solutions. But yeah, This queen f3 business is a problem. What are we talking about? Cthulhu is saying, oh, Hermann Hesse, my favorite author. Although I didn't understand Steppenwolf that well. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm more of a Siddhartha, or what's called? Unterm Rad. It's my favorite, even though it's a small little, less well-known book. But yeah, I like Hesse too. And no end. Most of it I've read when I was younger and more impressionable. And also when I was reading books. So I might have to do a refresher. I listened to the Steppenwolf audiobook recently. Steppenwolf is confusing, but yeah. A lot of stuff in it I could relate to, as you know. A carpe diem kind of guy. I don't know what I'm doing in this game. I'm pretty much committing the same mistake that I committed last game, where once I'm a pawn up, I stop paying attention, and I'll probably get punished for it. I sort of blundered this rook d4 business. Queen e3, nothing too bad happens. We'll see. Rikala is saying, the guy spends the whole book preaching at people about what they're doing wrong and then ends up preaching at people for preaching too much. That does sound very much like Banter Blitz. Especially if I gave a speech about, haha, you blundered that pawn, and then would play something like bishop e5, rook g4 check, which, you know, could very much happen. What should I play now that I've decided not to blunder that? Can I pick up material myself by playing b4 maybe? It's probably better than blundering more of it. Perpetual Stalemate saying, Carpe diem, you promised to translate your German words. My apologies. It means seize the day. And after b4, I sort of unexpectedly won a rook, and therefore Zichu Crescina does resign, probably well aware of my rook up expertise. Thanks for the game. Black, yeah, was doing perfectly well. Until 98, which just blunders a pawn. Here, I don't know what to do. I guess one could take everything and bring the king, or just queen c6. I don't know. It doesn't feel like one. Let us play against Turbo X99, where it seems like I've played many a game against Turbo X99. I'm never sure if they were all bullet games, because sometimes, you know, I just sit here, click 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Or if we've Banter Blitz before. But before we get to the game, we have to say goodbye to our friend Karl Nering. Bye, Karl. Karl is saying, so long, Jan et al. What is et al, Karl? Speak English. Okay. Off to water aerobics as part of my rehab. Splish splash. That does sound like fun though, Karl. Water aerobics? Boom. We are doing another fun activity, which is playing the Exchange Slav against Turbo X99. One of my favorite openings. One day. And I should stop teasing these things, because obviously it will take like 10 years and people might remind me of it. Well, one day, the Exchange Slav series will come. What's more fun than the Exchange Slav? Queen c2, what am I supposed to do? Ugh, I can't remember stuff. Old H. e6. How bad can e6 be? Bishop here. Whew, this is exciting. Knight c6, counterintuitive, but has the deep point of double threat, knight to b4 and knight to h5. When after h3, that was knight b4. Well, after a3, there's knight h5. Sort of picking up the bishop. Bishop e5, good move by Turbo X99. And I'm slowly approaching out of book territory. Bishop h7, I think, doesn't quite work here. Not sure why, but I do think it doesn't work. Well, now after bishop g3, I have to think how to play ye. f5, king f7, take. I know this position, but I don't know what to do. The same old problem. Maybe just g6. Can I go g6? We'll find out, I guess. At least it looks randomly flexible. It looks a bit weird though. Turbo X99, not living up to his turbo reputation here by thinking forever and ever about his next move. Carnering is saying, including my wife, which might be a callback, Carnering, who is old and wise to the young guns like Pramod about couples activities. So do you mean you're including your wife in your water aerobics, or are you saying thanks for the good wishes, including my wife? Probably Carl is gone and can't answer the many questions I have. Henry 0813. Wow, that's an interesting username. Not 0815, but 0813 is asking, how can I challenge Jan? My name is Jan. You can probably see my username below the little window there where I'm talking. You can hover over that thingy, and then click on challenge, I guess, and then you challenge me. B4, I'm not sure about. It feels like I should be able to use that loosening somehow, but I can't think. A5, B5, knight B4, is that good? AB, AB, doesn't look great. Nah, just do whatever. One day I should take that bishop, otherwise it might come back. Like, anybody ever come back? Anyway, I'll take it before I forget about it. Big decision, FG opening your rook, but ruining your structure, or HG. Spoiler, you should play HG. So after DE, I guess he wants knight takes, but I can take on B4. All right, DE it is. And Rikala is asking, the open F file isn't worth it to play FG. No, it's not. You know, pawn structure, king safety. After FG, there's always trouble on this diagonal. Nah, this was not an FG situation. I don't know what to do as usual. Is this good? Weakening the e5 square, obviously. I wanted a square for the bishop. Maybe I should have done something more patient, like bishop d6, whatever, knight e7 one day. Patience, however. not really a skill that I possess. Rook fd1. That's refreshingly passive. I was more concerned about rook e1. Targeting my guy here on e6. I don't know what this position is. Maybe I'm slightly worse. Maybe it's equal. I'm not too concerned. But I have a feeling I might be too concerned at some point. That sentence, once again, made no sense whatsoever. What's happening, chat? So after I'm saying patience is not a skill I possess, you're saying Jan and patience in the same sentence? I'm not sure if that's valid. Is it valid to somehow grab a pawn? Bishop takes, queen takes. Rook on e8 is saying, so I can't really grab any pawns, which is too bad. I can equalize by going bishop b5, but where's the fun in that? Queen d5, knight c6, bc, knight c3 back. I guess it's also kind of equal. Knight a7, rook c7, queen a6, rook a8. I'm just saying moves, like trying to sound smart. Whatever. I think bishop b5 was probably best, but this move threatens mate in one, and one should never pass up such opportunities. Rook c6 was probably best, but this move threatens the knight, and one should rarely pass up such opportunities. I managed to be somewhat worse now, but it's all part of the flagging plan, really. Knight c3, queen b3. This is what I was talking about earlier. Rook c7, queen a6, rook a8. I did miss knight b5. Wow! Nice tactical shot, Mr. Turbo X. See, long variation, wrong variation. I'm still sort of alright. If I keep missing more stuff, I'll stop being alright soon. Yeah, I missed rook c5 too. I'm no longer alright. Alright, I'll flag. I'm sad though. Sad situation. Finally, we're reaching rook up territory. Smooth victory, as you're used to. I'm playing so horribly. But good enough to crush Dog Brüggemann. Or is it Dag Brüggemann? What's a Dag Brüggemann? My Dutch is pretty good, but I don't know what a Dag Brüggemann is. Brüggemann? Dag Brüggemann? There's a picture of him. Dag means day. Brügge, I guess, means bridge. Man, I guess, means man. So, day bridge man? I'll Google. Dag Brüggemann. Or is that just your name? Dag Brüggemann. Oh. You a smart guy? From putting in DAG Brüggemann, I get some like physics books and stuff. Now I'm nervous. I don't like dealing with smart guys. Berechnung verschiedener physikalischer Konstanten von heterogenen Substanzen, Teil 3. Die elastischen Konstanten der quasi-isotropen Mischkörper aus isotropen Substanzen bei Dag Brüggemann. Wow. I have no idea what you're talking about. Probably neither have you guys, because I said it in German, but I'm sure DAG's book is available in English as well. Wow. I'm not sure if that's you, but I'm impressed. Here we have the thing in English. Homogenization, I can't even pronounce it, and effective modelling of materials and media. Is that a different work? Wow. Anyway, e3 and b3, it looks a little slow against the Grunfeld, because I haven't committed to c6 yet, so I can hit the center with a quick c5. And there might be trouble. And Ricala is saying that paper was published in 1935, I think, Jan. Wow, Ricala is also a smart guy. He was a math guy, so you know about that paper? And if it was published in 1935, does it make it somewhat less likely we're playing against that same Dach Bruggemann? And my first theory, that it means Day Bridgeman is back in play. E4 looks alright, but then, you know, once the honeymoon phase is over, you realize the pawn on d4 is pinned, and it's going to be very hard to defend against the concentrated black attackers. Pawn c5, knight c6, queen d8, and bishop g7. Sort of a Grunfeld dream scenario. Mr. Dodgy is saying the exchange Slav will be one of the first things to be banned when I take over. Which is a little upsetting, because I've been pro-Dodgy for a long time now. But if you come after the things I hold dear and precious, I'm gonna have to do whatever I learned from the 48 laws of power to stop that takeover from happening. I can't remember a thing from the 48 laws of power. Must reread that. I also read the other one. What's it called? No, I'm not gonna blunder that knight. Come on, Dach. Is it Dach or Duck? The name is Duck, I guess, no? What was I talking about? Ah, yeah, the 48 Laws of Power. It's not a good book. It's sort of a book that makes you think in a more evil way, which I'm not sure is the true road to success. Anyway, I read it. Law number 1 is never outshine the master. And then, you know, it elaborates on it. Like, if you're gonna come after the master, make sure you crush him for good. So, yeah, pretty much a variation on the theme. If you're gonna shoot the king, don't miss. Stuff like that. So, yeah, not a fan of the 48 Laws of Power. But I will use that knowledge against the dodgy takeover if he does not soften his position on illegal exchange Slavs. I also read this other Robert Greene book, what's it called, The 50th Law, which is pretty much saying you can also be 50 Cent, and if you're completely fearless about everything, because you got shot 9 times, then you'll probably also be successful, something like that. But yeah, I'm not sure I gained any additional knowledge from reading those books. Ooh. No, it's gone. Sorry about that. Ricala saying, I really like playing the Banco Gambit, but I'm jealous of the cool kids who all know and talk about the Grunfeld. What do I do? You're not fooling anybody, Ricala. We know you don't know any cool kids. As for the Banco Gambit, that's fine, but There's gonna be the mean kids that play 3 knight f3. Ruin all your enjoyment of your Banco. And one day you will have to join the cool kids, play the Grunfeld. And say, alright, you knight f3 the Banco out of me. Are you happy now? And then I will say, yes. There you go, stupid knight f3. Perpetual Stalemate is saying, for 2 seconds couldn't tell if I was deaf or you muted the mic after the sneeze. The answer is, you are deaf. I never muted that mic. Bishop c4. It's not even close. I'm targeting that square 3 times, or thrice, as I like to call it. And you're only controlling it once. So that doesn't work. This is not a good combination, Dag. Or Dag. Sorry, Dag. Rikala is saying, Mora and Banco. I find it fascinating, and I'm not sure this is a scientific observation, but with the limited sample size I'm dealing with, it's certainly true. A lot of mathematicians who I would think are guys who are good at, adding and subtracting. See, I don't even know the word. Subtracting? And you know what I'm talking about. They're good with numbers, even though proper measurement mathematician will probably say, no, it has nothing to do with numbers. Whatever, you get my point. In chess, they're often playing a style that does not honor the numbers of their team. Like they enjoy gambits and sacrificing stuff, which you would think is counterintuitive, that they should be more like, if I give them 1 pawn, I will only have 7 pawns. They will have 8 pawns. 8 pawns can control more squares than 7 pawns, so I shouldn't do it. But no, hackers, the math guys. I don't know why that is. But I find it to be true. What's happening? We done? One more game, and we can all... No, I can't go home yet. But we will end today's happenings. Happenings? Let's play my old friend, Elian. And Rikala is confirming my theory. So true, I've worked to prune, I don't know what prune means, all the worst gambits out of my chess repertoire at Jan's advice. Banco and Mora are the only ones left. Those are not terrible, especially the Banco I don't think is terrible. I wouldn't play it as my main opening, but I do respect the Banco. The Mora, yeah, I have a soft spot for it too. It's not the most critical way to deal with what's called le Sicillon. I think, yeah, I can kind of live with those. Even though the Mora, one big problem really is e4, c5, d4, cd, c3, knight f6. And you're not, well, you're playing the good old Alapin. Elian, we are playing the Italian. I did a video series on the Italian not that long ago. Even though time flies, probably half a year ago by now. Where I recommended pushing d5 whenever we get the chance. As usual, I cannot remember anything that I gave in that video series. For example, how to meet rook to e1. Bishop g4 looks natural. But I'm not being facetious here. I just can't remember a thing. So if knight bd2, then knight b6. I think that's one of the main lines. Bishop b5, bishop d6, stuff like that. And if g4, bishop g6, takes, rook e5. Normally has some tactics. Bishop f2 or queen f6. I'll think about it when we get there. Should we ever get there? It's b4 I talked about in the thing, no? I can't remember stuff. Stop pointing that out, Elian. That's not very friendly. Bishop here or to e7, or where am I supposed to go? b4, I talked about this excessively, and I even gave some computer-given way to equalize against it, but I really can't remember. It's upsetting. Because yeah, bishop b5 is the old main line. b4 was suggested in the book. By I want to go f5, but knight g5 looks a bit annoying. Do I care? Nah. You only live once. Hashtag YOLO f5. Anyway, bishop b4 was suggested in the book by Sulaitis and Müller. And yeah, I thought I had some recipe, but I can't remember. Mr. Dodgy is saying bishop b5 isn't a waste, a6, b5 is a weakness. Yeah, I used to say that as well, and then they started playing a6, b5 against the Italian, and my whole worldview was torn into pieces. E-Lion is probably gonna crush me here. I don't like this. Where do I go? Queen f6, knight e6, rook e8, bishop g5. Ugh, scary. Maybe just give him an exchange. Hashtag YOLO. Thing is, queen d7, knight e5 I didn't really like, and now knight e6. If I move my rook somewhere, then bishop g5 is at the very least sort of scary. Queen g6, some knight h4 business, and I'm not sure I'll have enough squares. So I thought knight e6, maybe, you know, just play some active move, or some h6 move. Then say, haha, I got you pinned. Your rooks won't matter for the next 15 moves. So hopefully I can flank you before these rooks start to become a factor. And here we are. I don't think it's full compensation. I also don't think it's hopeless. Somewhere in the middle. We'll see what Elian, I believe that's the proper pronunciation, comes up with. I do have some ideas like e4, knight e5. You know, stuff. See? First step to flagging. Already pretty much accomplished. Step number 2. Create random complications. Step number 3 is right here. Running, clock's running. Still not sure I have enough for le matériel, but as I said, the rooks will need a moment until they become factors, and hopefully I can use that time for asking constructive questions. So he takes on f5. Oof, so many options. Knight f3, bishop f3, gf, queen f5. He wants f4. Knight d3, bishop c2. Yeah, that's not great. So knight f3, gf, queen f5, bishop e6. Interesting. Should be something good. But will I be able to spot it? And will I be able to spot it without thinking for another 5 hours? So f4, knight d3, bishop c2. Maybe I have to go for that. I calculate some stuff, I'll tell you guys in a minute. I'm not sure it made sense. So it was like f4, knight d3, bishop c2, knight c1, bishop f5 didn't work, or, well, I'm material up, knight e2 followed by rook f5. So we have to go rook c1, then queen f4, and I'm threatening a check on h2, which looked like enough compensatsi. But of course, not forced. Then again, if he doesn't go f4, then h3 or f3 will drop, which looked like good news. So f4, I'm very much expecting. Bishop d1 played, alright, but now... Just double checking if I have anything even more forceful than queen h3, because this, frankly, is starting to look very checkmatey. Rook f6, f4, rook g6, king h2, knight d3. Also looks pretty good. Queen e4. Too hard to calculate. So queen h3, f4, knight d3. Yeah, it looks decent. I have a feeling I missed some knockout blow, but I still think I'm doing all right. I'm out of coffee too. Queen f1. I should keep queens on the board. Ugh! Why do I always hang all my material? It's so pathetic. Why? This was a good game. I paid attention. I thought I played well. Then I have to hang a knight in one move. No, I'm genuinely upset. Nah, not genuinely, but I'm upset. So dumb. That was unnecessary. It was a really good game. That bothers me more than the rook down situation. Because the rook down situation, you know, at least it's material for the book, so it's not all bad. But I played a nice game, and then I ruined it with my utter stupidity. It's also hard to make good moves when you're down a rook. That's some lousy flagging right here. Well-deserved flagging job there by E-Lion, or non-flagging job by me. And yeah, this annoys me, not because of the loss, but because I was really, well, enjoying the game until I just hung a knight in one move. Which is, I was gonna say uncharacteristic, that's of course not true, but still dumb. This is a good position, just play queen f5. Bishop c2, I have queen g4 check. And yeah, I'm pretty much, well, I'm doing very well. And yeah, I was happy with the game. Then I played queen h4. So that's a great pity. But what can you do? Congratulations to E-Lion. Less congratulations to me. Can't believe I didn't flag in the end. That was, yeah, very slow. The problem with being all this material down, it makes flagging harder. But you guys don't want to hear the excuses. Or do you? No, that's it for today's show. Thank you guys for watching. Enjoy whatever football matches are ongoing, if you're a football watcher. If not, I don't know what to tell you. Read a book. Write a letter. You know, pen it. Bring it to the mail. That kind of stuff. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.